All right, so this kind of goes along, excuse me, with what I was talking about. Okay, I don't know why. Why is this card not cooperating? Stop. The Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is about loss. It's about feeling a sense of poverty, but it's about, feeling, not just a sense of poverty, but, again, some sort of like destitution, like, will it ever happen? Which is really strange here because I feel like Libra, a lot of you have moved on. Cross watchers, you're welcome. You're always welcome, but this is Libra's read, and let's get the full story out before we, freak out here. But again, the Five of Pentacles right now is telling me that Libra, I think this is more for you. I think this is more, you have really sensed and started to move on, and they're not done yet. And we talked about that last month, but for whatever reason, it's been hanging in my gut that legit, they're not done yet. And I feel like the Five of Pentacles represents bringing a sadness to you to a certain extent because you don't know what to do. Should I stay or should I go? Should I give them another chance or should I not? But I feel like this is an energy of theirs that's kind of plaguing you to a certain extent. And even if you guys aren't in communication yet, I feel like it's coming. For some of you, it's the holidays that may bring it up. It's an anniversary. It's something that happened recently because I'm telling you what, before I did your read and when I was thinking, okay, normally I do the birthday month first or whatnot, or I try to, I'm not always great about it, but there was something in my gut, just no, we need to see what's going on with Libra because I don't feel like there's a resolution here. And I don't feel like there's closure here for some of you. And for others of you, I feel like it's more of it's consistently, in your mind or in your gut or theirs that there's going to be some sort of communication soon. And I'm not sure you guys know how to deal with it, what you want to do with it. For a lot of you, I feel like you have moved on or you have maybe not moved on with another person, but you've already accepted the fact you guys aren't going to be together. And now this is a whole new blow to your system, right? All right. The first card you have is your current position coming into the month. Isn't that interesting? You go 4 and 5. You have the 4 of Pentacles here and the 5 of Pentacles here. Now, the 4 of Pentacles is poverty, but it's also frugality. So Libra, this is you closed off still. Even if they have contacted you, even if they haven't contacted you, excuse me, and they're thinking about contacting you, the issue is you're still closed off. For a lot of you, even if you care or love this person, there's something detrimental here. There's something where you're holding yourself. You're going, I'm not sharing my coins with you. I'm not allowing you to breach this kind of protective barrier I've put on here because I don't trust you. There's something about you that is not, there's something about you I'm not going to let myself be vulnerable to anymore because I've been there, I've done that, and I'm not doing it again. But some of you are having a hard time with that because you still care about this person and maybe you're second guessing yourself going, well, there's kind of a sadness here. There's kind of a grief here. What if I just extend one coin? What if I just extend one, they've been texting me, I've blocked them, they're emailing me, I've ghosted them, whatever it is. Part of you, I think some of you are kind of going, well, should I let my guard down? I think that's why it's been so significant last month, this month. And I feel like it may continue until the end of the year where you're not getting rid of them. There's something significant here. Even if they just want to say something to you, there's something significant, but you're still very closed off about it. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the King of Swords, which yes, goes along with this completely. The King is very just. This is somebody who is trustworthy, but this is somebody, the King of Swords is expecting somebody else to be trustworthy. It's not that this other person you're dealing with is being trustworthy. It's that you're saying, I believe in fairness and truth. And this is about intellect. And it's almost like Libra, the past couple of months, you've had this epiphany of what the fuck have I been doing? What's going on? I'm almost screwing myself because I've been dealing with this bullshit for too long. And the King of Swords is saying, you see the truth, you understand it, and in your eyes, justice is served. No, you cannot enter back in my life. No, yes, I may love you, and yes, we may have a connection, but no, am I going to go through this circle jerk again with you? No, I'm not feeling it, not doing it. I'm sorry. It's not happening. I don't feel like extending my coin to you right now. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood. So You have the Ten of Swords, which is tragedy, loss. Now, a lot of times this is before this person, but for you guys, I feel like this is longevity with this person. And even if it's not years and years and years and years and years, there is a long sense of the sword sticking. Again, the Ten of Swords is tragedy, loss. It can even represent illness. So for some reason, it's coming into saying that this could be an anniversary of somebody you care about who maybe has passed on, something to do with that. I don't want to delve too much into that. But the Ten of Swords is definitely some sort of loss or ending. And I feel like for some of you, it's with this person, but it's over and over and over. Like you felt these swords over and over and over and over. And you finally come to the conclusion of, no, I'm not doing this anymore with you. You can beg, plead. And for some of you, you're going to be like, dark job. They're not even talking to me. They're not saying 2 words to me. Well, you can feel the connection, and you know you can feel the connection. So you know it's either they're thinking about you or the communication's on the horizon. Something is building up. You know it and I know it, because I could not wait to start your read, even if I knew there would be some pain in it, some swords that would be cutting. I just had this bubbling in my gut that was like, hey, you've got to do Libra's read. We've got to see what's going on, because this didn't end from last month. This is a continuation. And again, even if there's no communication, it's kind of bubbling over to where you can sense them. They can sense you. Now, the Ten of Swords, though, I have to say, and I've said this in a couple other reads, and I said it a lot last month, and it seemed to make sense to some people. So I want to emphasize this, but not place blame, not point fingers, not anything. But the thing is, the Ten of Swords right here is like literally glowing at me. It's that saying I said last month where it's first time shame on you, second time shame on me, third time shame on both of us, fourth time shame on the whole. I just feel like it's reoccurring. And for the first time ever, some of you have finally figured out, like, this is not the way to go. This is not what is good for me. But how are you hanging in there? Like, how do you put that wall up, and how do you keep it up? And let's say it really is like a twin flame or karmic connection. How do you allow that to come back in healthy? And how do you allow that to come back in where you know it's changed? Because for some of you, unless this changes, it's never going to happen. It's going to be the repeated cycle of endless pain and swords of hurt. Okay? The next card you have is your immediate past, over the past few weeks, past month or two. And this again, the Three of Pentacles. This is teamwork. This is growth. This is partnership, okay? Which is great. But it's also representing a third party. So for a lot of you, this is either this person, there was a third party involved, there was a third party situation, somebody hopped back online, you caught them online, maybe you had a breakup and they decided, hey, I'm going to jump back online, whatever, I'm going to meet other people. Some sort of hurt surrounds this as well. This is somebody you were married to, you thought you were going to get married to, you had kids with, you thought you were going to have kids with, adopt fur babies, whatever it is. The Three of Pentacles is definitely sticking out here as, we thought we were going to do this whole life together. And maybe we've gone round and round, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup. And for some of you, maybe you didn't make up and break up a lot. But this was, whatever happened the past couple of months was like the end all be all. The straw that broke the camel's back, right? Sorry. Because the Three of Pentacles is representing another situation coming in. Now, it doesn't have to be a person, and it could be you, Libra. Maybe somebody else is coming in for you because you finally decided enough with this other person's BS. So I decided to get out on my own and start dating. You may not be 100% feeling it. You may be fake it till you make it smiling, whatever the case may be. But this may be you bringing in a third party energy because you're done with it. Not that you third partied in a cheating way, but third partied in a, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not waiting. I'm not putting up with this. And on their end, I feel like this would be more of a third party situation. Now, again, like I said, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be lying. I feel like there's some deception about finances, or maybe deception about a family situation. I don't know. Weird. Somebody had like a whole nother life that other people didn't know about. Maybe even, I don't know, like a sex addiction or something like that. But the Three of Pentacles, again, I feel like this is a person I thought, ... fill out the blank, right? Fill in the blank. And then it didn't come to fruition because something else got in the way. And you're over it, Libra. You're like, I'm done with this situation. The next card you have, ironic. Really? Are you over it, Libra? Because now you have the Ace of Cups in your future. This is your distant future over the next few months. The Ace of Cups is new beginning, love. Now, for a lot of you, you're going to say, okay, Dark Dove, well, exactly. I met somebody, I'm moving on, but I'm having a hard time cutting this connection, or this person keeps coming back, or we always ponder the what ifs, had it gone a different way, had we said different things, but you can't change that. The Ace of Cups, though, is saying two things. A, there could be a new beginning with this person, but I'm feeling like, Libra, you're almost just saying, a day late and a dollar short. They came in a day late and a dollar short because they pushed you to that edge of extremity where you just don't know that you can extend yourself to them anymore. And yet a lot of you are really struggling with it, because if you could have a new beginning and you knew that it would be a new beginning, okay? No bullshit, no games, no trust issues, no nothing, then I think a majority of you would take the new beginning. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. But I feel like this is what you're struggling with the most, is the what ifs, the what do I do's, the who done what to who, but at the same time, how painful would it be to cut this off completely? And some of you already have, but you can't, for whatever, just completely erase the connection. And for some of you, you've cut it off and they're back. You're not fully, the cord is not fully cut. The next card you have is the Seven of Cups. I don't know why I said Pentacles. Seven of Cups, okay? This is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, Libra, get out there, have some fun, shoot. You know what they say. I'm not going to say it, but to get over somebody, you got to get under, and you can finish the rest of that. But the Seven of Cups, why do I keep wanting to say Seven of Pentacles? I want to say that so bad it keeps coming out of my mouth. Anyways, the Seven of Cups is about temptation. It's about choices, about options, about wishful thinking. Libra, I feel like if you want the other options, they're there. And for some of you, you already know that. You've already experienced that. Sorry, cross watchers. Again, day late and dollar short for some of you. And this can be vice versa, so don't get your panties in a wad. It can be totally reversed. It could be their energy versus yours, etc. But the Seven of Cups is a card I always caution, because this feels like because the Seven of Cups always feels like the temptation card. He's drawing this person who's kind of nude back there. So what are you getting into? Now I feel like, Libra, I kind of feel like high-fiving you and being like, hey, you know what? Good. Get on out there. What are you doing? Have some fun. Enjoy yourself. What? You got options? Hell yeah, you do. Why have you been sticking baby in a corner? You have options. You deserve better things. And this other person hasn't stepped up and shown you what you deserve. So what are you doing? At the same time, this could also be them. This could also be you going, hey, you're coming in saying you love me, you miss me, but I know you're talking to Sue Ellen, Mary Sue, blah, blah, blah over there. I'm not stupid. So I feel like for a lot of you, though, this is you more going, maybe I should get out there. Maybe I really should see what's going on. And maybe that'll either prove to me that, sorry, my kiddo and I have been coming down with something or getting over something forever. So I'm sorry. I'm just going to cough the whole read. But literally the Seven of Cups is it's almost like should I get out there and see what else is out there? Because maybe I'll A, learn that I deserve something better, or B, realize that I absolutely love my ex and want to hold out and see what's going on. Sometimes you need to get out there to either realize what you have or realize what you deserve. But I don't know why. They're telling me to cheer you on, so I'm cheering you on. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month. It could be the beginning, middle, end, could last for a day, a week. You have the Page of Pentacles. So this makes sense to me. The Page of Pentacles is about being practical, okay, and responsible, but also aspiring for something. You don't want to live in this misery cover-up. You want to either have a clean break, cut the cord and be done, or, hey, a brand new beginning, but it has to be new and it has to be not tainted with, 3,000 messages of regret and sorrow and pain and memories of the bad time. So how do you get there? So it's like, I feel like Libra, you're going, yes, I love this person. Yes, we have a connection. Yes, I thought this was my soulmate, my karmic partner, whatever. But I'm being practical about it this time. I am not getting stuck back. I'm not sucked back. I said stuck back, but they said sucked back. I'm not getting sucked back into something here unless I know for sure. And if that means getting out and having fun, if that means, cutting the cord, if that means continuing not to communicate with this person until you figure out, then that's what it means. The Page of Pentacles is saying, you know what? I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my fur babies. I'm doing this for my mental health, my physical health, whatever it is. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me to see that if I could survive you again. All right. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. 8 of Swords, okay? Self-imprisonment, self-doubt, confusion, not knowing. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I wanted to do your read immediately, because I felt like there's just this sense of, what do I do? What the hell do I do now? All right. And if you see my reads before, I always say, look, this person can be putting themselves out the front door. Instead, they're hanging themselves over knives that they don't need to hang themselves over. Okay. They could walk out the front door. And like I always say, put a damn shirt on before you walk out the front door. But literally, this person's going, no, I'm over these knives. But I could walk out the door. Libra. Sorry. You know this. Like, I keep wanting to go, you know this, man. Like, you know what's good for the gander and what's not. Like, you know what is good for you. You know what's not good for you. So the universe is saying, don't do this to yourself anymore. If you want out, go find that freaking new beginning. If you don't want out, then get a new beginning with them, but understand that it may come with some swords. It may come with some other things. It may come with you not trusting. It may come with some boundary issues. So basically they're saying, like, Libra, you know which way this should go. You know in your heart. And if you want to take a stab at it and do it again, even if you know that's not a great idea, then do it. But just be prepared. And if you don't want to, then cut it off and know that you have other options. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the Queen of Cups, okay? The Queen of Cups is mystery. And I think that's what, for a lot of you, I think the safest bet for you, or has been the safest bet for you, is to remain a mystery. I'm not saying don't ever talk to this person again, but I don't think you need to fill them in on what you're doing. You don't know them an explanation, because you have some people out there who care about you, but in a very, maybe not even narcissistic, but very controlling, or right now, maybe I should say scared way, to where they're going, well, what are you doing? Who are you dating? Who are you talking to? You don't owe them anything. We're not together. So guess what? You don't know, you don't have that privilege. The Queen of Cups is telling me a lot of you are going to remain mysterious. This is somebody who says, I have a cup and it's a really important cup, and I understand how important my cup is now. I understand my self-worth. And so, let me think about it. I'm not sure if you're worthy of this cup yet. And I'm not going to tell you who is or what I'm doing with my cup. The last card you have is your outcome for the month. And you have the Seven of Swords. Exactly. Seven of Swords. Do you let them back in and feel defeat, feel some sort of manipulation, some sort of strategy? The problem with this, Libra, is it feels like, it's either really fresh, what's happened, or it's so repetitive that you can't deal with it anymore. Because the Seven of Swords is basically what I was talking about before, okay? The Seven of Swords is what I was talking about when I said, first time shame on you, second time shame on me, etc. Because the Seven of Swords is almost like, I know what I'm getting myself into. It could be deception. It could be manipulation. Would I be better off being alone? Libra, I'm going to tell you, I feel like this is a sign from the universe saying you need some more time. I'm not saying not to get back with this person. I'm not saying that this new beginning couldn't happen. But the Seven of Swords is basically saying, Libra, if you do this and you're not 100% sure and your gut's telling you one thing, do not cry for spilled milk. Don't cry over spilled milk if you know what's coming. If you can see it and you know it, and they haven't given you any other reason to believe anything else, then you will get that. Haha. Very interesting though. Okay. Rest, recuperation, exhaustion, taking time for yourself, solitude. Get in that solitude. For some of you, that may mean, I may just have jacked all those up, but that's okay. For some of you, that may mean this 7 and that 7 relate. You don't want to be screwed over, but at the same time, I don't know that you're necessarily ready to get out to date. Now, some of you may be like, oh, of course I am. What are you talking about? I'm getting out there. Fine. But somewhere along the line here, you guys are not taking the time to really focus on you, what you need, your mental health, what you want. The Four of Swords is saying, look, in the end, you're going to have to. You will be forced, whether it's, you just getting so mentally tired, exhausted, or you get out there and have a lot of fun, but you realize, like, you're not ready because you're still not cutting this cord with this person. So the Four of Swords is saying, take the time to solitude, meditate, understand that if you're still not comfortable with the situation, you don't owe anybody anything. You're not on a time frame. Whether you need a month, whether you need 6 months, that's your business, okay? The Four of Swords is saying, take that time, Libra, relax, recoup, do what you need to do. Recoup from their nonsense or recoup from everything. Now, very interesting. You have I'm telling you what, Libra, I think a lot of you are going to go back, but I think that maybe this time you're actually going to hold your coins until they're worth giving them to, okay? The reason is your second clarifying card for the outcome is the Lover's card. Gemini's cards, you could be dealing with a Gemini, but here's the thing. The Lover's card is a duality. Now, it can also represent lust, which you want to make sure that you're not getting back into that because of that. Yeah, sure, there's passion here. Sure, you're attracted sexually and in other ways, but make sure it's a duality and not just something along that lines. However, saying that, you have the Lover's card here, which to me makes me feel like maybe you're getting out there. Maybe you will kind of tempt the water, see what's going on until you're ready to really let go. Because then you have the Ace of Cups again, okay, in your distant future, clarifying your distant future. So you have 2 Ace of Cups, which is new beginnings. And as much as I think, well, it could be a new beginning with a new person, I don't necessarily know that that's true. You have 2 Ace of Cups here with the Lovers as your outcome. Yes, could you have met somebody else? Yes, but come on. Like, who are we kidding? You know there's a connection here. You haven't cut that cord. So over time, could it be a new connection? Yes. For some of you, it could. For some of you, maybe you've already met them because you've been out and about flirting. But this card to me is temptation. This isn't true love. This is lust. This is having fun. This is getting out, enjoying yourself. You have 2 Ace of Cups here, which is new beginning, excitement, friendship. I feel like some sort of communication is coming in. I feel like you may fight it. I feel like you'll fight it because you're holding your ground and because you deserve to do that. I feel like you'll take your rest when you need to take your rest. And if you're willing to love again, or if you're willing to forgive or see how things go, be the queen who kind of holds that mysterious, part of them until they're willing to give that part of them. I'm sorry, Libra, but I'm going to say for a lot of you, I think that you will get roped back into this. Now, I want to say roped because right now, I don't feel like you're getting exactly what you deserve, or I don't think they've come through or forward with what you need to make that happen. But here they come, okay? Because the Knight of Cups is writing your own story. It's whimsical. It's dreamy. Excuse me. This is, making romantic gestures, having things come forward. The Knight of Cups is somebody who is very like, I want all your dreams to come true and mine to come true. So frick, I don't know why I said frick because I say fuck all the time. But for whatever reason, I'm sitting here going, maybe they're going to come in and romance the socks off of you. Maybe if you hold your coins long enough and stand your ground, they may just freaking come in with this romantic offer. Because then you have the Ace of Cups. Again, 2 Ace of Cups. 1, 2. 2 Ace of Cups. So maybe you're seeing 1, 1, 1, 11, 11. Maybe that's a sign for you. But I'm telling you what,